a pause in fighting between some of the warring parties in Syria. That's set to begin on Saturday. It was brokered by Russia and the United States. The goal here, to try and end 5 years of fighting that's left 250,000 people dead. In Damascus on Tuesday, a top Syrian official warned that the agreement should not be used to set back gains made by the country's military. CCTV's Roy Ruttenberg joins us from the newsroom. Roy, not setting back gains, what exactly does that mean?
Well, Asia, it's still a little unclear. Syria says it agrees with the cessation of military operations, but Damascus insists that the agreement allows its military to continue going after terrorists that are trying to destabilize the country. And technically that includes the Al-Qaeda offshoot Al-Nusra, and of course ISIL, or Daesh as it's known, as well as some of the other groups that have been designated as terrorists by the United Nations. But can it respond to threats without also including these other Syrian rebel groups in that fight? Now, Damascus says it won't idly sit by and watch any of its hard-earned gains lost or rolled back as a result of this deal.
This must not be an excuse to change the facts on the ground and stop the army's advance and victories gained during the last period of time.
Now, in essence, he's saying Syria won't retreat and its troops will fire back if fired upon. In the West, many are already questioning Damascus's sincerity. The U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry told a Senate committee hearing before he met with the Chinese foreign minister regarding Damascus's sincerity that time will quickly tell.
We will know. If they're stalling, if there's an absolute stonewall, if there's no progress, if nothing happens, it's going to be very hard to keep people at the table. I have no illusions about that. There are people who will say this is a farce and they'll walk away.
There are people who will say this is a farce and then walk away. Who is Kerry talking about, Roy?
Well, Asia, for one, the Syrian opposition groups that are part of this deal, the rebel groups, of course, that are included, whose fighters may lay down their arms if they see that the fighting, in fact, is stopped. But there are also other backers here, proxies, if you will. The EU, Turkey, Russia. The UK foreign minister on Tuesday said he was worried that Moscow, which London says has been conducting airstrikes against a number of anti-Assad elements, even those included in this deal, will just continue with business as usual. And the EU's foreign policy chief warned of a, quote, hot war between Russia and Turkey, which has actively supported numerous efforts to remove Assad. Ankara has said it is not optimistic about the agreement, as you mentioned, that's due to go into effect on Saturday. Asia?
All right, Roy Ruttenberg, thank you.